Good morning, and thank you for attending Toronto Police Headquarters. I'm Katrina Aragante of Corporate Communications, and I'm here today to introduce Acting Inspector Lauren Pogue of Hold Up. She will provide an update on an ongoing home invasion investigation. Acting Inspector?
Hi, good morning, everyone. The Toronto Police Service Hold-Up Squad is seeking the public's assistance in identifying 3 suspects and a vehicle of interest related to a home invasion robbery that occurred in 53 Division. On Thursday, September 27th, this year, 2018, at approximately 7:15 a.m. in the area of Eglinton Avenue West and Yonge Street, a 67-year-old victim answered a knock at his front door. When he opened the door, he was confronted by 2 males wearing construction vests, hard hats, and dust masks. The males were both armed with firearms, and they forced their way into the victim's home, repeatedly demanding money. The suspects tied the victim up, and they viciously assaulted him while ransacking his home. The 2 suspects eventually fled without obtaining anything. The victim sustained severe injuries, which also required medical attention. And through investigation, we learned that 1 week prior, on September 21st, also in the early morning hours, the 2 male suspects responsible for the home invasion on the 27th, along with a 3rd male, were seen in the same neighborhood and were believed to be casing the area. All 3 males were dressed in similar construction-type clothing, with yellow or white hard hats and dark pants, and were observed walking along the sidewalk to a waiting vehicle. The same vehicle was utilized by the suspects on both the 21st and the 27th and is described as a 2007 or 2008 dark gray or blue Nissan Maxima, as seen in the video. The 2 male suspects wanted for the home invasion on the 27th are described as follows. Suspect number 1 is male black, mid-20s, approximately 5'10" to 6'2" with a slim build. He was wearing a yellow hard hat, a yellow construction shirt, and black pants. Suspect number 2 is a male black, also mid-20s, approximately 5'6" to 5'8", and a slim build. He was wearing a white hard hat, a yellow construction vest, and black pants. He was also seen carrying a blue hard-sided cooler with a white lid. The 3rd male who was seen in their company on the 21st, the week prior to the actual home invasion, was described as male black, mid-20s, 5'10" to 6'2", and was also wearing a reflective vest with a hard hat. It's also important to note that on both the occasions, while the males were out on foot, the vehicle was waiting in the area and was parked with an unknown person inside who was also the driver of the vehicle. So there is, in fact, a 4th person of interest. Again, any information the community can provide on the identification of these 3 males or the suspect vehicle would be of great assistance to the hold-up squad. Our investigators can be reached at 416-808-7350, and there will be further information as well available on our Crime Stoppers website at 222tips.com. And thank you.
Why this man was targeted?
For all accounts at this point, we believe he is entirely innocent. The victim is a professional gentleman, and I believe it to be unprovoked and totally random.
Professional, what sort of profession?
I don't want to comment on that. It's of no relevance to the actual investigation.
But is it of your belief that they didn't know, they had no prior relation, didn't know each other at all? It was just a random target?
No, our belief is that they didn't know each other at all.
What are we seeing in the video? Is this during the time of the robbery, or is this the time of the casing the neighborhood?
So there is a combination in the video of both the 21st and the 27th. The video at the top here with the 3 men walking down is actually the date that they were believed to be casing the vehicle. And as you can see them getting in, nobody gets into the driver's seat. And then the vehicle does drive away. So there are, in fact, at least 4 people in the vehicle in the top video.
Talking about his injuries, was he beaten to pistol whips? Was he tied up? How did he get out?
He was beaten. He managed to free himself once the suspects did leave the area, and then was able to call police at that point. He did suffer some significant injuries, he did require some hospital attention, yes.
What's this here?
This is the day of the actual robbery, and those are the actual two suspects.
So 2 suspects went in that day?
Yes.
So I'm confused. So there's 3 here,
yeah.
but there's a guy in the driver's seat. The day of,
The day of, we believe there was just the 2 suspects and at least 1 person in the driver's seat. And again, the video on the top where you see the 3 males walking down the sidewalk was from an earlier occasion where they were believed to be casing the neighborhood.
dressing up as construction workers, that's becoming more and more common?
We haven't had any other situations like this at this point.
So what do we think this is, just a one-time? Or do you think that these folks are responsible for some others?
We have no evidence to say that they're responsible for any other holdups at this point.
But clearly the fact that they dressed up, they took the time to come in and case the neighborhood, I mean, these are guys who are, they put a lot of thought and time and effort into this. Is that like an extra concern that it's not just something you pulled up, knocking on the door at one end, they put a lot of thought into this?
Yeah, I think our biggest concern is, for all intents and purposes, our victim appears to be randomly targeted. A lot of times home invasions are, there is a nexus between the suspects and the person. There is some sort of connection or criminality involved, and this isn't the case in this situation.
When these guys go a week early and kind of case out the area, what kind of things do you think they're looking for when they go by, and what can people do to kind of protect themselves?
Well, I believe that they're obviously looking for any sort of evidence of people being home, and again, the public can be cognizant and obviously looking out for one another. People are working different times of the day, and so if neighbors can get to know each other, to look out for one another, and if people can also, make their homes appear that somebody is home, whether they leave lights on, vehicle in the driveway when.
It doesn't really matter. They must have known someone was home, right? They weren't trying, this wasn't a B&E, this was a...
I'm not sure. I mean, they did knock at the door and the door was answered. I'm not sure what their intention would have been if the door hadn't been answered.
Well, on the surveillance video, do you see them looking at other places? What are they?
I'm not sure of that.
Seem odd, though,
Yeah.
that they go to all this trouble, casing the place, these guys moved out this way, so that really, and end up taking a house where they leave with nothing. Does it seem odd, or something happened that they left with nothing, or was there nothing to take?
There was just nothing to be taken. Yeah, they were clearly repeatedly asking for money over and over again, and they just didn't find anything.
Stayed from the wrong house, thought it was somebody else.
That could very well have been a possibility. I don't have any information about that at this time.
And at this point, there's no information. Is there any information about the driver at all, or?
No, there's nothing at all, and this is why I'm here today. Is specifically if anyone watching this video can look at this vehicle, look at the 3 males, and then on the other video of the 2 males, and if anybody has any sort of information as who these suspects may be, and share that with us, that'll be very helpful.
Right.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
No. Thank you very much.